Hello everybody, it's Rocky Universe back with another video. And I know I haven't posted in so long, guys, but I want you to know that I have been keeping up with the series still. I watched the movie, I watched Future and all that, so I'm basically still caught up. I just haven't been posting, and I apologize for that. And so yeah, basically I just want to get into this because I just had to return back for the last few episodes because I've been making videos on this since 2016. About 4 years now, so I just had to come back and talk about this as this ending was pretty good in my opinion. A lot of people may think it was rushed otherwise. It was a little rushed, but I think it was perfect the way it was. And yeah, this is something I would have never expected, like Steven leaving Beach City and all that, and Steven becoming a monster. Like, I think that was a really good way to end this, as building up all the trauma and him just believing he's a monster and his powers growing and expanding. I think that was a good way to like put this show at an end, but yeah, it's really hard to believe that after 7 years the show's been coming to an end so fast. I mean, I can't believe it. But yeah, I can't wait to see what Rebecca Sugar has next planned for her career, like what shows she's gonna make or what she's gonna do next. And whatever she's doing, I'm gonna be excited for it. But basically, I just want to talk about the episode starting off with Homeworld Bound. So yeah, Steven visits the Diamond for help because he's experiencing all sorts of powers coming out of him now that haven't happened before, and he's dealing with trauma and all that. So basically, he goes to help, and basically, it's pretty crazy because you would never expect Steven to be like the final like climax, like the final conflict in the show, but that's what he became. And like him like changing and everything, like him shattering Jasper and trying to shatter White was like crazy. But yeah, later he none of the diamonds were able to help him, so he runs back home, which he tries to play off as everything is fine, everything's chill, but nothing is fine the way it's going. So he tries to fix everything. Nobody really needs his help, and he just makes everything worse, which was bad. And he's like hiding his emotions from everyone. Like, he doesn't want anybody to know except till the end of the episode, where he finally tells the gems everything, trying to shatter White, shattering Jasper, and everything. And the gems realize everything he's going through. So basically, whatever Steven says, like whatever Steven feels like is what he becomes. So he says he feels like a monster, and therefore ending the episode off with his form, like I don't know, something exploded out of his back, part of his part of his monster form exploded out of his back, and then that leads on to the next episode where he becomes this gigantic monster, and he almost nearly destroyed Beach City, right? So then the gems try figuring out what to do, like how to stop this from happening, but they just have no clue. And they say as long as he believes he is, that's what he's gonna stay. So basically, the diamonds and Spinel come. They try to fix him with their powers, but it doesn't work. And it's kind of crazy how the cluster kind of just came out of nowhere. Like, I don't understand that part. Somebody should explain that to me because I didn't really understand that part, like why the cluster came. But Steven is basically stronger than everybody there. Like, maybe not White, but he was able to knock everybody down when Lapis was holding him down. But he was basically able to knock everybody down. So does that mean he's the strongest gem? Because he was able to like knock everyone down, but they try to fix him by like calming him down and talking to him and making him feel loved and everything. And that eventually does change him back. And it cuts to the next episode where it was the last episode of this franchise as a whole. And it was about Steven ready to leave and move on with his life, because staying in Beach City won't like help him find himself. He's been there all his life. So he tells the Crystal Gems he's leaving, but he thinks that they're not really sad that he's leaving. They're more happy. But Steven the whole episode thinks that, but they're really trying to keep their tears in because they don't want to prevent him from leaving. As Garner saw in the future vision, so he gives everybody gifts. He wraps everything up. He's ready to leave, but as he sees the gems aren't like crying or anything, they're more like excited for him. He turns back and he starts crying with them, and the ending part where he drives around town and leaves that was it. It was the end of the Steven Universe franchise as a whole. And I would just like to thank Rebecca Sugar and the Creuniverse for what they created. It was definitely a really good show. And yeah, that's the end of the video. I can't wait to see what Rebecca Sugar does next. And yeah, bye.